I've settled down late at night and found myself watching The Mousetrap, which is the latest Disney public domain horror movie. And I had to come on camera straight away and I have to vent about this movie. So stick around because, yeah. Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this review. My name is Mike if you're brand new here, or if you're coming back, welcome back once again. Now, this Disney public domain horror movies, going into all of that, this has just been a wild ride that any time a public domain comes available for any of these characters, it's getting turned into a horror movie. So far on the channel, I've covered both Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey movies, and I'm sure there is plenty more to come. Now, The Mousetrap is one that is set on Mickey Mouse, also / Steamboat Willie, and this tells the story of a character called Alex, who is played by Sophie McIntosh, and she is working in a arcade. I think it's called Fun Haven. As she's finishing her shift, her manager informs her, well, actually, there's a party booked in 15 minutes time, and I need you girls to do it. Her and a friend work here, and they're going to get paid double overtime. So she does. It turns out it's a surprise party for her for her birthday, but little do they know that Mickey Mouse is haunting this arcade, and I can't even say that with a straight face. Oh boy, where do I even begin with The Mousetrap? I mean, okay, critic hat on, and everyone's like, okay, well, Mike, have you actually got any positives? Maybe two at a push. Out of all the actors in here, Sophie McIntosh as Alex and Mackenzie Mills as Rebecca, probably the two that do okay. And the probably biggest positive for me is the actual location setting where this is shot in. I believe it was in Canada, but the fact that this was just shot in an arcade for pretty much 90% of the movie, I can appreciate that, because whenever you have an arcade setting, yeah, that's kind of cool. I love an arcade myself. But oh boy, we're about to go into a ton of negatives, in which is going to include some spoilers. So if you don't want to see some spoilers, maybe skip towards the end or come back to this review. But oh man, I have to talk about spoilers with this, because this is an absolute travesty. I mean, the acting is so wooden. It's more wooden than my spare shelf. That's how bad this really is. You've got the fact that you've got this Mickey Mouse design, right? Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse, whatever they want to call this crap. And the mouse, like, mask itself isn't actually too bad. It's based on like a 1960s version of Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse, so I'll give them kudos for that. But I mean, the mask looks too small for the actual figure of the person who's wearing the mask. The mask also, and if you're wondering, okay, well, who's the killer? Who is actually doing all of this? Well, they never actually show you, but throughout the mask, like where the mask, the mouth here, you can literally see facial hair like mine right here. You can see that popping through the mask. There's only one character throughout this entire movie who actually has facial hair, so you know straight away who the person is behind the mask. They don't even make an attempt to try cut the beard or film that afterwards to hide like who is actually behind the mouse or make this like a, you know, supernatural superstition kind of element. They literally give you it on a plate, and it's just absolutely pathetic throughout this entire time. As we get introduced into the first scene, these two detectives are querying and puzzling with a girl called Rebecca, who's one of this friends group, who's basically never really seen throughout the entire picture, unless she's in this jail scene where she's literally just given massive amounts of dialogue. And I mean, fair play to the actress Mackenzie Mills for delivering all that dialogue. Man, I hope she got a good paycheck, because she literally doesn't shut up. And this whole thing, the characters are bad, guys. They're really, really bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know it's meant to be a slasher, so you're not going to exactly have great characters. But for example, one of the love interests of the main character, Alex, his dialogue is literally saying the F word in every single sentence. The guy literally cannot comprehend full sentence throughout the entire thing. He's playing one of those like basketball arcade games, which by the way is my absolute favorite arcade game. And he takes a few shots and he misses, and after every shot he has to swear, he has to say the F word or the MF swear word, and it's just cringy. The dialogue is so bad. I don't know who wrote this. Well, actually it was Simon Phillips, but besides the point, the dialogue is like chalk going against the chalkboard. It's so it's really frustrating. The fact that the dialogue makes no sense. This movie has no intention to explain the origins of this Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie. It has no intentions to show the ending, which also involves Rebecca in a post-credit scene. It doesn't even explain that side of things. This movie gives you no explanations. For example, this Mickey Mouse can teleport whenever the hell he wants, unless there's a light and it flashes like this, like a torch flashlight, right? It flashes like that. It doesn't have the ability to teleport, but we don't get why. Yes, there's a beginning scene with a projector and like a flashing light, but that's all we get. This gives us no context, no origin, no lore, nothing. If you want that in a movie, you're not going to get it with The Mousetrap. Going into even more of my thoughts now, this is just not even a slasher. There's no kills throughout this entire movie. On screen, from my friend Ryan, he told me this, because I actually didn't even keep count, but I knew it was a long time in the movie. I think he said around the hour mark in a less than 80-minute movie until you get an on-screen death. The on-screen deaths aren't great. The last scene is so laughably bad, where someone actually gets a beheading, but it almost feels as if the three characters around this other one who gets beheaded is like watching a blue screen where no one's actually there. So someone's just been beheaded and they're like, no screaming, no shouting, nothing. It was just so bad. I could not explain. I was dying to burst out laughing. There's moments in the movie where this mouse, out of our characters, no one cares to scream at all. And there's one point where Alex, who works in this arcade, is like, oh, let me go to the office and turn the music off. You don't hear a single bit of music throughout the entire goddamn movie. It's just so cringy, and it's so pathetic, guys. Honestly, my best advice, not even if you're drunk, this movie is good. I would probably recommend Blood and Honey. That is made to look like an Oscar contender. I mean, at this rate, The Mousetrap makes Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey look like Oppenheimer in terms of its credentials of winning so many Oscars. This is flat out garbage. Skip it at all costs. My overall score is a 1 out of 5, and that's probably me being generous. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you haven't joined Patreon, you can sign up down below. The link's in the description box. For only £2 per month, you get access to so much more stuff that you'll not get here on YouTube. Big thanks to all my awesome Patreons. If you've enjoyed this review, check out my other reviews by clicking here. Till next time, I'll see you guys. I'll be seeing you later.